Hello fellow Star Wars fans, it is Starrapter here and welcome to the channel. It's a Friday and you know what that means. It is another Clone Wars episode review. I do these every single week on the channel and unfortunately we just have 4 more episodes of the Clone Wars left. But we're not going to dwell on that too long because I want to talk about this final episode of Ahsoka's Walkabout arc. This is Season 7, Episode 8, titled Together Again. And in this episode, it all comes to a head where the Pike Syndicate has the Martez sisters and Ahsoka captured, and they are finally able to get out and get away to safety. Now, this definitely ended a little bit different than I expected. I thought for sure we were going to have some loss either with Trace or Rafa in this episode. I thought one of them might die or maybe both. I'm not sure. But it was kind of a relief to have my, expectations subverted in that manner. So this whole episode was about the Martez sisters, especially Rafa, coming to grips with who Ahsoka is, actually trusting her. I love how Ahsoka had to go down this really dark path to sort of betray them, but to have their belief that she would actually follow through with the plan and let them do their own thing and come back. And for them to actually come back to try to save Ahsoka is a huge step forward from the last episode where, Rafa seen that Ahsoka jumped over this ledge and was like, good, she's dead. We don't have to worry about her. Now they're actually, busting their butts to come back, even though they were pretty much in safety, although the Pikes would have hunted them down. So that's a big jump in character development for me, and where I seen the last 3 episodes of this episode arc, it didn't look like they were really doing much, especially the last episode. I was not happy if you guys watched the review for that, as it was like one big circle. They ended up where they started. Not really a fan of those types of stories in anything. So to see this story get redeemed and to see them actually come into grips with Ahsoka, with her being a Jedi, it almost seemed like once she said she was a Jedi, Rafa actually believed in her more, which was kind of funny. And the fact that she said at the end, this is what a Jedi should be. And that's huge because at this time, the Jedi of the prequels are so much so dogmatic, and they're so set in their ways, and they do not want to submit to change, and they're more of like a bureaucracy just sitting around the Jedi Council. So to actually see Ahsoka and to have this arc as part of her crucial part of her story, to see how she goes from the Jedi Council to being on her own, which is a big reflection of her own character, her own personality to carry through, is huge. And I think that's why this episode arc existed, and it really worked for me. And another big reason why this episode arc existed is to bring in Maul. And man, hearing Sam Witwer's voice and just seeing the animation of Maul with the robe on and talk with the Pykes, and we get this huge revelation: the Crimson Dawn has already been in power since the Clone Wars. Yes, that's right, from Solo, 10 years after the events of Revenge of the Sith. That's a huge span for a criminal syndicate, and it's no wonder why they are the power that they have in Solo, because they've been around for 10 years. So yeah, it's interesting that the Pikes are very scared of Maul, and in the same token, in Solo, we have the character of Dryden Voss, who's also like, yeah, we don't want to mess up things with the Pikes too much. So it seems like they have that kind of weird relationship between the Pike Syndicate and the Crimson Dawn as part of this greater criminal entity. And that gets me super excited. So looking back, we have the Son of Dathomir comic series, which is 4 issues, which were excellent. And in that, we have Maul breaking away from being in prison with from the Emperor, then trying to get his power back on Ord Mantell. Then next thing you know, the Pikes end up trying to get him, and they leave, and all this stuff happens, all this fallout. I'm wondering if they're gonna hopefully reference that for all the people out there that haven't really read Son of Dathomir, and wondering how Maul went from being captured by Palpatine to having his entire own criminal entity. I hope they at least make references to that comic book series, because I don't know. But to see Bo-Katan come in at the end on Coruscant offering Ahsoka, I had to think to myself, I don't think they ever actually met on Mandalore, right? But last time Kargath was where she was with Lux Planteri and the Snowy Planet, and Bo-Katan was literally trying to kill her then. So to see her kind of so easily go with Bo-Katan at that point in time without much of a question, much of an afterthought, is very interesting to me. I wonder how much Obi-Wan Kenobi talked to Ahsoka, or if he had any time to talk to Ahsoka about what happened on Mandalore before with Death Watch and with Pre Vizsla. Maybe that's the case. She believes it. Yeah, okay. Obi-Wan told me that Death Watch is dead and there are good Mandalorians, so I'm going to go help them out. But man, that was a great cliffhanger, walking into that ship and it going up. And I feel like that's a very metaphoric thing to do, is like Ahsoka rising in that ship to the top of Coruscant, where before she was going down. Now she's going up, rising up. So that was very cool, kind of metaphorical kind of imagery going on there. And one final thing I was very happy to see is the Tung species. That is right. That is Ben Quadraneros from episode 1, one of my favorite little background characters from the prequels. His entire species is dealing with everything going on with the spice. That was really cool. I did enjoy that action beat too, with the Rafa sisters fighting against the Trandoshan, and the Trandoshan literally using sounds from Jurassic Park of the Velociraptor. I love that touch to make them even more in tune with like the actual origins of dinosaurs and stuff like that. So overall, yes, I did enjoy this arc. I still feel like I enjoyed the Bad Batch arc just a little bit more. I got more meat on the bones from that arc. But what did you guys think of this final episode of Ahsoka's Walkabout? Are you enjoying this more than you expected, less than you expected for the Return of the Clone Wars? Let's talk about it all in the comment section down below. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. I talk about Star Wars: The Clone Wars on every Friday. We have just 4 episodes left, so please make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell icon so you'll be notified when future episodes go live. I do not talk just about the Clone Wars. I talk about the High Republic, the comics, whenever they decide to start back up again, a lot more. So make sure you go ahead and check out that content as well. That's going to do it for me, Starrapter. Thank you guys so much for watching, and may the Force be with you always. Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also include 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me, and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Starrapter.